Hey Rad World, today we're going to be talking about my top 10 favorite films of 2017. The way I came up with this list was I was originally going to do my top 5 favorite films of the year because I was thinking, how many great movies really came out this year. And then as I made that list, I wrote down 20 movies that I saw this year that I thought deserved to be on some kind of list. So then I was like, all right, screw it, let's do a top 10 list. These movies may not be your favorite, but, if not, let me know in the comments below. What's your list look like? I have a phone call. Hello?
Hello?
What's up? I'm in the process of recording my video right now.
Oh, sorry.
It's cool. What was your favorite movie of 2017?
Was Logan Lucky come out this year?
Yeah.
It was Logan Lucky.
All right, cool.
It was awesome, because I love heist movies, I love comedy, and I love the cast and the director.
All right.
Yeah. There you go. It is coincidentally on my Christmas list, so hint, hint.
Well, today is Christmas, so could have hinted a little earlier.
Alright, well, good luck. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Alright, bye.
Bye. So starting off, let's talk about the honorable mentions, and of those honorable mentions, let's talk about the movies that I did not see first, because there are 3 movies that are probably on everybody's list that are not on my list, because I just haven't seen them yet. That is The Disaster Artist, which I really want to see. I've heard great things about, and, I'll see it eventually, but haven't seen it yet. Another one is The Shape of Water. It just is not playing anywhere in my area. I love Guillermo del Toro. I love Doug Jones. This movie looks fantastic, and I need to see it. And I have a feeling that would be pretty high on my list had I seen it. Another one is Coco. I'm not a huge fan of Pixar movies, really. I can take them or leave them, but all the hype around Coco makes me kind of want to see it and see what all the fuss is about. All right, movies that I did see in my honorable mentions are the Lego Batman movie. Absolutely fantastic, just didn't quite make the list. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Spider-Man Homecoming, Wonder Woman, Atomic Blonde, and Bright, which I just saw and absolutely loved. You might notice a trend there. The majority of those films are kind of the superhero movies that came out this year. Marvel does a great job. I love their films, but they didn't quite make my list this year. So starting out right now, number 10 is It. Now, I didn't really expect It to make this list, and as I started writing things out, I realized, just how great of a movie it is, and I think it deserves my number 10 spot. Great cast of kids. Everybody did a great job. The movie's really, really great movie, and it's not necessarily a horror movie. It kind of, surpasses genres. It very much feels more like Stand By Me than anything to me. Absolutely love that movie too. So It makes my number 10 list. Number 9, War for the Planet of the Apes. Now, I love the Planet of the Apes movies, and I absolutely loved this movie. I would still put Dawn just slightly above War for the Planet of the Apes. War was a different film than what I expected going in, but absolutely loved what it does to kind of wrap up the character of Caesar. The only movie on this list that is a superhero movie comes in right at number 8, and that is Logan. Now, Logan, what it does for the superhero genre is just changes everything. It shows the audience, general audiences at least, that superhero movies don't have to be, guys in capes flying around. It can be an old, gritty Western kind of movie, and that's what I love about Logan. I have a soft spot for Westerns, and this movie just does a really, really great character story, with a character that we've grown with and loved for the past 10 years, and, does a really great job at concluding that character. 2 movies in a row, concluding characters. Let's move on. Number 7 on my list came out way back in February, and it's Get Out. I absolutely loved this movie. It's the directorial debut of Jordan Peele. He did a fantastic job at making, this Twilight Zone kind of suspenseful horror film. I absolutely loved this movie. I want to see more from Jordan Peele really bad, like now. Where's it at, Jordan? Where's it at? Let's see it. So surprising for some who know me, number 6 on my list is Star Wars The Last Jedi. Not quite making it in to my top 5. I really enjoyed Star Wars The Last Jedi. I actually like it more than I like The Force Awakens. We've talked about this movie a lot. I have a non-spoiler review. We have a 2-hour spoiler review on the channel, so if you want to know more about my thoughts on Star Wars The Last Jedi, check that video out. There's a little card right about here. No, it's right here. Aha, I think it's over here. Whatever. Coming in at number 5 on my list is another movie that came out at the beginning of this year, and that's John Wick Chapter 2. I love the John Wick movies, and I don't care. I don't care if John Wick Chapter 2 doesn't make it on anybody else's list. I don't care. I love this movie. I love what they're doing with this franchise. It's completely original, and it's great to see something just fresh and new on the screen, just action like you've never seen action done before. I love this movie. Number 4 on my list, it was a movie that I kind of forgot about, and then once I thought about it, it ended up getting way higher on my list than I originally intended. And this movie also came out at the beginning of the year in January, and that is Split. I loved this movie. This is a movie that is totally worth going and buying. Even despite the tie-in at the end of this film, which I absolutely loved and did not see coming, the movie is great as a whole without that tie-in. But with that tie-in, it's just a nice little cherry on top to an amazing story. I absolutely loved M. Night Shyamalan's Split. This may be James McAvoy's best performance I've ever seen from him, and I love this movie. I don't know if I've said it enough. This movie is really, really good. If you haven't seen it yet, go see this movie. It's just fantastic. My top 3 movies are all kind of different films. Coming in at number 3 for me is Blade Runner 2049. I am a huge fan of this director, whose name I always struggle pronouncing, Denis Villeneuve. I love his work. This director is my favorite current working director, I think. He's up there really high. Blade Runner 2049 is no exception there. He does a phenomenal job of bringing this world to life in just the most gorgeous way. All the performances in this movie are fantastic. Ryan Gosling does such an awesome job at being the character that you follow through this new story within this world. All of the side characters are great, and it's such a just heart-wrenching film. And, man, I love this movie. Number 2 on my list, which was Laura's number 1, is Logan Lucky, directed by Steven Soderbergh. This movie, when you see movies like this that have a crazy ensemble cast with just like celebrity after celebrity in it, it's always the biggest worrisome. Like, you're just like, oh, they're just going to use all these faces to try and sell this movie. But then when you see Steven Soderbergh's attached to it, you're like, oh, wait, this guy does the Ocean's movies and Magic Mike and is the perfect guy to direct an ensemble cast like this one. This movie has Channing Tatum playing a role that we've never seen him in any other film. We've got Adam Driver in this movie, who would be the best performance in the film if it wasn't for Daniel Craig just stealing the show, playing this just ridiculous character that just stands out and totally steals the whole movie and is amazing to watch. It's probably Daniel Craig's most interesting performance. I feel like Logan Lucky is one of those movies that kind of just skated by and a lot of people didn't see in theaters, but it's definitely worth watching. So rent that movie on VOD, just go out and buy it. It's definitely worth it. You'll thank me. You'll thank me when you do it. You'll thank me. For sure. All right, now let's talk about my number 1 movie of 2017, Baby Driver. Directed by Edgar Wright. This movie might just be a perfect film in my eyes. It is excellently crafted from beginning to end. I have no issues with pacing. I think that the score and soundtrack to the film takes this movie up onto a whole nother level. I love all the action sequences and how they're choreographed to the music. All of the performances are fantastic. Even John Hamm's performance, who might even go a little over the top, is great. I think it works for the character, it works for the film, it works for the tone. The best thing about Baby Driver is its rewatchability. I think this movie is such a fun ride that you can watch this multiple times throughout the year. It's not necessarily like some groundbreaking piece of cinema, but it is a fun movie. All right, so there you go. Edgar Wright's Baby Driver is my number 1 movie of 2017. What's your number 1 movie? Let me know in the comments below. Give me your list. Give me your top 10. Give me your top 5. What movies did you hate this year? Did you agree with my list? Did you not? Let me know. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel for more episodes just like this one. And we'll see you guys tomorrow right here on Rad Entertainment.